Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good. Cold. Good. How are you?
Yes, yes. It was spring like 2 days ago, and now we're back to our regular
Winter.
scheduled programming here. So
Yeah.
you can see rocking the toque today. That's
hmm
when you know the temperatures dropped.
I'm under a blanket. So,
Oh my goodness.
Tim, how are you?
I am wonderful.
That's good. How are the roads?
The roads where I'm at now, they're good. Today they were a little dodgy. I was on a secondary highway,
Oh, fun.
um, and like just Highway 501, that kind of just a little bit north of the Canada-U.S. border, and it was literally snow covered for a majority of my drive. So let's just say I drove slow.
Okay. Just keep doing that. You didn't run into the
Yes,
convoy, did
be
you?
careful. Be careful.
I did buck up on protesters, but it
Okay.
was nothing. It was nothing too crazy. The not where I was. I was really tempted to drive down to Coots because there's a duty free shop just right before the border, and
Oh,
and I was like, I could get myself some cheap stuff, but I was like, you know what, not worth it. Plus, I'm on work time.
also fair.
It's like, oh yeah, my job.
Right. That thing.
But I was in Milk River, so there's a mini protest there, and some people were kind of congregating there. But
Oh,
yeah, because that's like maybe 20 minutes from the big Coots crossing between Alberta and Montana.
okay.
So yeah, there was some big stuff going down there, big
Okay.
stuff. And there's a lot of police, and I think that helps quell
With the
the.
traffic?
Well, you know what I mean. If you're thinking about being disorderly and you're greeted by a whole bunch of cops,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So can't
So
say
were
much
they,
more, but yeah,
yeah, were they diverting traffic or were they just kind of watching?
they're
Just
just
making
at
sure
a
you're
lot of
paving.
they're at when you once you get far enough south,
Right.
there's police at almost every intersection. So if
Wow.
you're on the highway, like on the highway, there's every few kilometers there's a turnaround.
Yeah.
There's
hmm
a there's police at all of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Okay then.
Interesting times indeed,
because
but
things
be
can go
safe out
things can
there.
go.
Yeah, things can go. Sorry. Oh,
Oh, I think we
did we
lost
lose?
them. We
Okay.
lost them. Okay. Well, on that note, I'll do our intro.
Now I was saying that things can go
Oh, there you go.
sideways. Um, it, oh yeah.
Sorry, Tim, we lost you there for a bit.
Mm, I
So,
no, I was just saying things can go sideways with protests. So
oh yeah,
you need lots of
crazy. Well, stay safe, drive slow,
Greg
please.
said the cops need to drop some big tickets on those people.
But would they though? Would like?
Like, let me tell you something. I can't
I
say
just feel
much,
like
yo.
this shouldn't be. I just. We get that. We get that. But I just feel like this shouldn't even be going on anymore.
Yeah.
I just feel like if this was any other type of protest by any
Tell them.
other type of groups,
Tell them.
I wouldn't even get into the specifics,
Tell them.
that it would not be going on as long as this convoy
Now, but
is. So
here's the thing about that though. Here's this. What this does is it exposes how personalities and political
mhm.
leanings, how personalities and political leanings manifest themselves.
Mhm.
Like, yo, let me tell you, people on the left are going to be, pro rights, and rights as in like rights to the way that I want to live my life, my lifestyle, right?
Mm.
Like pro black, pro gay, pro this, that, the other, right? A lot of the times, the left, and the right is, is conservative. Don't tax me. I work for what I have. You know what I mean? And that typically is another type of personality or another type of person even. Now, the difference is I've heard this said, and I do agree for the most part, that people on the left are big talkers, big
Of course.
tweeters, big posters. People on the right don't mess around. They vote. They get up as early as they can to vote. They when they protest, like they talk with, like this thing really showed us. Like they were able to do what they did, and all the mandates that are getting lifted is because they hit the government and they hit people where it hurt, and it was in their pocket. It wasn't just, hey, look at us holding signs. It was basically, it was all, as close to a boycott as you can get, but the boycott was, now we're just stopping people from doing what they want to do, and also we're holding up your consumerism. And it worked. This might be my cereal box synopsis of what happened, but to me it worked. 2 weeks, and the province is lifting this, and this is lifting that. Like, imagine if BLM got in with some. Now again, this goes to what you were saying, Kiki. If it was BLM and it was a bunch of other kinds of truckers,
Right?
Yep.
it would,
or even indigenous peoples.
or indigenous. The thing about it, though, if I do believe, if the trucks weren't involved, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have been as it wouldn't be deemed as serious
As effective.
Right.
and effective, because now you to dispatch this protest, you can't just come with your guns. You can't just come with your armor. Like, how do you move a truck? Right? Like, how do you get that out of there? And when there's a whole bunch of them, like, how do you do it?
Yeah.
So it was extremely effective. It's extremely effective. Like, in regards to the democratic process, and like, they're doing what everybody else has done, but they just did it better.
Yeah.
I know people may not like to hear it, but they did.
Greg said, imagine if these truckers used this power to fight for issues that actually matters. This is an issue that matters to them.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here's the thing about getting allies. Listen, if this was the 60s, the Black Panther Party would have linked up with the truckers. Right? If you look at what the Black Panther Party wasn't just black people. They've managed to link up with marginalized people of all kinds of groups. But look at what happened. What is it? The CIA came in and they had to deal with that. But it goes to show you the power of when you you link up, when you link arms with different groups. Now, here's the thing. There's people that are pushing this, that benefit from this, that fund this, that happen, that have never driven a truck.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They managed. So one of the 48 laws of power is, I God, it just slipped my mind. But there's one of the 48 laws of power that is it's about appeal to other self-interest when asking for something. We go see a lot of people that have that lean politically the way that we do. We may go and be like, hey, I need you to do this because it's the right thing to do. You would think that works, but a lot of times it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right? But you know what they did? They linked up with the truckers and they appealed to their self-interest and got them to do all their dirty work. It's brilliant. Brilliant. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, we can talk about this forever, but let's start with our intro. Hello and welcome to Let's Be Real. I know we have a lot of new viewers. Every week we get new viewers and we appreciate you. We appreciate you. So every once in a while on this show we'll talk about the arts, small businesses, relationships, which seems to be the popular topic, current events and issues. Throughout the show we want you guys, the viewers, to ask questions, leave your comments. The show is about you, about us. Let's be real. Did you guys celebrate? Lead the way. I don't know if I want to go with Valentine's Day or Super Bowl. We'll go in order. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
I did watch the Super Bowl.
All right.
I missed.
Don't tell me.
Honest, No. I did watch majority of it. I missed that first opening bit. I missed OBJ's touchdown. That's my boy. Like, I'm not really a Rams fan, but I'm an OBJ fan.
Oh, okay.
And,
if you're listening, OBJ.
Yes. So I was really rooting for him. I know the Bengals are they were the underdogs and everything, and their story was pretty cool too. But I was like, hey, OBJ, it's Rams. They're in LA. That's who I was rooting for. And it kind of sucked that he got injured just before the end of the half.
Yeah.
And like I said, I missed that first part of the game, so I did miss his touchdown and his sort of contribution to their win. But I did see the highlights and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, Super Bowl was a good time. Super Bowl was a good time. I just ended up watching it at home. But it was good. It was entertaining. Usually sometimes I either just tune in just to watch the halftime show, or I watch a bit of the game, then I watch the halftime show, then I don't watch the rest of it. But I was a bit more invested in this year's Super Bowl.
Well, because OBJ was playing, so.
I don't know. This year it had a different sort of vibe and atmosphere surrounding it. But I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the game. That last half was a bit intense there for a bit because the score was pretty close.
It was
initially. So yeah, but it's a good time.
It was
a good time. And what were your thoughts before we dig into the main event, which was the halftime show?
It was a good game. It was entertaining for sure. I was kind of rooting for the Bengals because I always go for the underdog, but I already knew LA would win because throughout the year they've just been impressive. They've gotten better. They've gone through injuries and all that stuff. So yeah, it was a good game for sure. For sure. When I saw the replay of OBJ's injury, I felt that because that's kind of what happened to my knee. So I kind of felt it. So yeah.
Tim, did you watch the game?
No, I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I was keeping abreast of the score because I was busy. But I was going for the Rams literally because of OBJ.
Yeah.
And also
just
for
wanted to see him finally get a ring, But did you get a chance to... Oops, sorry.
It was I was actually rooting for Matthew Stafford as well.
Yes, definitely.
He's a veteran quarterback, and he hasn't. I don't think he had made it this far before, and a lot of people were a lot of people were rooting for Burrow, who was only a second-year quarterback, but a second-year quarterback on a good team, he'll eventually get his. But it's pretty nice. Like, if I was Matthew Stafford, I'd probably just call it a day and go out as a Super Bowl champ and be done. So,
Yeah.
But the the offensive line for the Rams was, in my opinion, from what I've seen of them throughout the season, like, I knew that was going to be the difference maker, and the lack of a proper defensive line. Like, that Burrow kid is really good. He got sacked 7 times and still put up those numbers. Like, he might as well have had like a strainer for an offensive line. Like, how are you going to get sacked 7 times in a game?
Yeah.
So, like, I was listening on my car. Pardon?
No, I was saying he had a bit of a scare too throughout the game, like during one of his sacks.
Well, if you get sacked 7 times, like that guy, he's mentally, he must be bulletproof. Like, a lot of the times, it becomes mental. Like, your offensive line is supposed to be like, it's like, I have time to throw the football,
right?
Because my offensive line protects me, but they're not. So a lot of the times, quarterbacks will get in their head because they know they're about to get hurt.
That's true.
He's. Yeah. So I did feel pretty like he'll get his. He's dope, but they definitely need. I'm happy for OBJ. I did see his touchdown. I did see his touchdown catch live, and I was just like, goodness me! Like, he's so talented. You know,
he is. That's why it sucks that he's just been like riddled with injuries, like, the last few years and stuff. And then seeing him overcome the injuries, and then, like the biggest game of his career thus far, like that he couldn't even see the whole game through. That was pretty tough.
He's also having a baby. I think he's having his first child right now as well.
Yeah.
I don't. The injuries is part of football. But I'm happy that, the way that it is now with sports is, you could be as great as you want, but if you don't have a ring, if you don't have a title, it's like an asterisk. So now he has that.
Yeah.
And he contributed before he was out.
That's what I'm happy about. Because, there are people like saying like, oh, he didn't do anything, by the end of the game. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
Like, he had a touchdown, you know what I mean? He did contribute. So whatever. There's always going to be haters.
He's the first touchdown was his.
Yes, exactly. So like you saw like Matt
he's an incredible athlete.
Yeah. Nah, he is. OBJ has never had a real go.
He's one of those guys. I swear there's people who have a career. There's people who have a career in hating on him. Like, they make their career
by
first
of all, he's very
bashing.
He's very good looking. He's young guy, and then he has the talent to back it up. And you know what? He does sort of. Yes, he's a professional athlete, and there is some level of celebrity status that comes with that. But he also goes beyond that. Like, he hangs out with Drake and all these A-list celebrities and stuff like that. So I do think that's why he gets a bit more hate, if you want to call it that. Just because of that status that he has beyond his football career.
He has a lot of...
But he's proven himself.
His first 4 years in the league, he didn't necessarily do himself any favors, but at the same time, you should be able to just be who you are. But you have to know that there's a media who thrives on this stuff.
Exactly. That it all makes for an interesting
it is what it is.
Leading up to this Super Bowl too. So
and it all makes for more money for him. I guarantee he makes more money outside of football than he does at football, and he makes a lot of money at football.
Yeah, he was just doing
by becoming a.
He was just doing some ad a few months ago with Kendall Jenner. It was like some
Oh yeah.
dentistry
Yeah.
line or something. So yeah.
He'll be fine.
Here's the thing about the NFL. A lot of people don't realize the NFL is not a star driven league like the NBA is. Like
Right.
the NBA will put LeBron James on their back. They'll put their star on their back and be like, "Hey, look at our star."
Mm-hmm.
The NFL is not. The NFL is not that. They do not like their guys standing out at all.
No.
And because at the end of the day, the only thing they care about in life is literally football, and they want their team and they want the league to. So the Colin Kaepernicks of the world, on either side of it, if you're trying to be a good guy or if you're just trying to just be you, whatever that looks like, they're gonna try and stomp it out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just that league.
Yeah.
It's just like it is. Honestly, the NFL is actual slavery. Those owners are built. When you think about I was just saying to someone the other day. When you think about the ratio between even the highest paid players and the owners of the team, I guarantee you, an actual slave is closer to their master than a player is close to their owners. You know, and then these guys, no, it's not even funny. It's literal.
Yeah.
No, I get
the
what
thing
you're
is
saying.
do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they when you think of the not everybody's going to be Tom Brady. The average NFL career is 3 years. 3 years. And there's no guaranteed contracts. You get hurt, it doesn't look good, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they don't there's no pension. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you're there to play football. We don't care about you're there to play football. So when you see people kind of stand out and speak against it, a lot of us look at it like, yo, man, they're making millions. Like, what's your problem? But when you really look at it, man,
they still make
these
more
guys
money, whether it's millions or not.
Exactly.
But I understand your point, Tim.
Yeah, well,
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Don't mind me.
No, and that's fine. If we're gonna, if you do that and we compare when we compare ourselves to them, yeah, it's nuts.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts. But you also can go outside and slip on the ice, and someone in Istanbul isn't seeing it on TikTok. You know what I mean? Like, you can go to the grocery store and they pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people like that kind of celebrity. Like, remember the guy that was on the Cosby Show, and then he was bagging groceries and people posted him and they were laughing.
Oh yeah.
Like that is real life for like probably 75% of someone who's made it to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless they had a good agent that was taking care of them and realized that maybe he didn't know how to manage money. This kid was coming from nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Let me set him up. Let me help him out, because the teams don't. The NFL doesn't.
Yeah.
It's actually. Yeah. Anyways, that's a whole nother topic.
Yes. But now we're gonna discuss the main event, which honestly, it is the main event for a lot of people who actually tune in for the Super Bowl. There are diehard football fans out there, but a lot of the times people just be tuning in for the halftime shows. So, Danny, what were your thoughts on the halftime show this year?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. Top
Okay.
5. Top 5.
Okay.
The
Okay.
Weeknd's not in there. The Weeknd is not in there.
Let's not
The
talk
Weeknd
about
is
that
not in
one.
my top 5. Sorry.
Not in your top 5. Okay.
Not
Who is in your top 5, or who are some of your top halftime show?
Well, I have to go with Michael. I have to go with Janet. I have to.
Despite the whole
issue.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Well, obviously this one. Prince.
Prince was a good one.
One more. I don't know.
Gaga, J-Lo, and Shakira.
I mean,
Right. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so when Michael Jackson did his halftime show, I think it was the year before I was born.
okay then.
I think it was like 93 or something.
Something like
But
that, yeah.
I did watch. I've seen clips of it over the years, and actually over the last couple of days, I have been rewatching a bunch of them. But his was definitely dope. Beyonce, because she's my girl, and hers was nice.
Yeah,
When she brought out Kelly and Michelle, and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars.
Okay.
He there was a year he did one with Beyonce, and I think it was Cold.
Wasn't that the same year? Wasn't that the same year as Beyonce? I don't think she did it twice.
No, there was a year there was 3 of them, and then I think she did it alone, if I'm not mistaken. We need to fact check that. But anyways, yeah, so that one was one of my favorites. Who else did it? Timberlake did it. Justin Timberlake did it.
Yeah.
I think it was 2018. And actually, he did, if any of you guys watched Janet Jackson's documentary, she did mention that he did ask her to be a part of that one. But she declined. And who else are we missing? Gaga, Prince. Anyways, Beyonce's in my top, and I think this one's definitely in my top halftime performances for sure. But who are you most excited about in this lineup, guys?
All of them.
It was nice. It was nice seeing 50. The memes are pretty funny though. Like, I don't know.
You mean Dollar?
I mean, hey, he's a little thicker than he was back in the day. But people were making it sound like he's like this, I don't know, like he's just buff. Like, look at the size of his arms, but like his arms are so like toned and you know what I mean? But they did a good job. They did a good job. It was so sick seeing Snoop Dogg like crip walk and stuff like that. And like towards the end when they had everyone coming out.
Yeah. That was good. That was good.
It was nice.
Dancing
people were saying
time.
that it was. There's some people who are saying like it was the greatest of all time, and then there's other people who are like it was really good, but they don't consider it the greatest, and that's fair.
I would say it's the greatest, but it's up there. It's up there.
Yeah,
for sure.
I love that Eminem was there too. Like I just think that Eminem is such a cool lyricist. But and like Mary J. Blige obviously did her thing. But I think my favorite, I don't know, I don't want to say it was my favorite, but one of the highlights was Kendrick Lamar.
I was gonna say,
when he came on, I like lost my mind. But he's just really dope at what he does, and just his visuals, you know, it's always so entertaining. So yeah, I really liked his segment of the halftime show. I liked all of it, but like I would say that his part was really,
that was your favorite?
Really dope. So
have you been seeing videos of like stuff that have been happening off camera during that show?
I did see one particular clip right before it started with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, there was that one, and then there was the transition between Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent. There was that one.
I saw the one like no, I didn't. Like the only clip that I saw is just like when they like what was it? Him and Jay were like standing, and then they both like pointed down, and then it showed him. But I didn't see anything like in between that. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff that were happening in between, for sure.
Okay, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Tim,
Yeah.
did you get a chance to see the halftime show at all?
I did. I watched it after the fact, though. I didn't watch it live.
I watched it live and then I rewatched it.
And
Yep.
it was quite nostalgic. You know,
Yes, that's the perfect word.
it was like everything there was. It was really well done. It was really cool. That it was very pro LA, and I thought that was
Yeah.
awesome.
And that's what I loved about it.
The whole map of LA was cool.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
sick.
Yes, the what
Yeah.
like just the imagery and the stage is what got me. I loved that Dr. Dre got on the piano. I thought that was awesome.
Yes, I thought that
And
was.
I thought I
tribute to
loved
Tupac.
that.
Yeah.
I
A lot
love
of people
that
were
they
like,
did that.
"Where's the Pac hologram?" But like,
Yeah.
we didn't need all that.
Yeah,
Some
we
people
did.
Holograms are
swear
whack.
that they needed that,
Yeah.
but we didn't need that.
Yeah.
We didn't need
No.
that.
No.
You know. Nah, I think the tribute was good enough, just the way that they
I
did
thought
it. So.
I thought Mary J's vocals were a little shaky, but she's an amazing performer. But I thought it was a little shaky. But I also give props that she's doing her choreo, doing her thing, and doing it live. Like there's everybody there they weren't playing around. They were going live.
They were coming for blood.
In the Mary
You know
J.
what I mean?
The
I
Mary
always
J.
find
dance.
it
the shuffle.
interesting, though. I always find it interesting because, like, you know, if you watch a video, like, there was tons of celebrities. There's always celebrities at Super Bowl, but there were like so many celebrities at this particular one, which makes sense. It's in LA. A lot of them live in LA and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But you know, when you see like clips that like celebrities post or people post who are actually there, the sound is so different, obviously, than what you actually hear on the screen. And it has always bugged me watching Super Bowl halftime shows because the sound feed that you're getting like on the TV, I don't know what it is. It just bugs me. It just always sounds like you're not getting a full sound. It's always just lacking.
Yeah.
It's just weird to me. It always bugs me. I'm always like turning it up or like trying to adjust, you know. So I don't know if anyone else has ever thought of that, but I always think of that. Like the sound, I don't know what it is. Like the feed just sucks. It's trash, like on TV. But then people who are obviously there, they're getting a different listening experience.
You know what?
It just always sounds like kind of flat. Like if that makes sense. I don't know.
No, it makes sense. I turn it up every year.
Yeah. But either way, it was dope. Anderson Paak,
you know what I mean?
boy,
Like
was on the drums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was good.
I thought that was cool. But like I said, I didn't watch it live, but I just know that I've seen. You would expect that professionals doing it at the Super Bowl would have it like perfect, but it's just you're playing around with a moving target when you're open air, people making so much noise.
Right.
It's a lot of work, and I think they do a lot of work in post. So what I heard was great.
Yeah.
But like even though I'm watching like Jimmy Fallon and a live performance, and I got to turn it up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
it's or like sometimes
it's not an exact science.
Shows, yeah, sometimes even like award shows, same thing. Like sometimes you're just like, why does it sound like this? But you know, in person it sounds
way better.
It sounds better. So but you'd think, you know, by 2022 they would have had that figured out by now. You know,
by 2040 they'll have it down. By 2040.
Yeah, but that's always been interesting to me.
It's just. Here's the thing. No, it's people. But it's like there's people. It's people placing the mics. It's people checking the levels, and they have to do this in real time.
True.
And then they're monitoring it. It's easier that it might be a little low than it's too high.
True.
You know what I mean? Like it's.
I get that.
Running sound like
Well, we could all
there's professionals that went to when you know what I mean. Think about Pan, like think about this person's been doing it forever,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're sitting here and they don't have it because every single one is different.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you're going, and then you have a ton of different performers, and then you got to shift and make sure that guy that just went off, he's off, and then these guys are now on, and like there was probably 100 people just doing the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Mm.
That's true.
So what do you guys do for Valentine's Day?
I'm gonna let Tim start. Let's do Tim under the bus there. And don't lie, Tim. Just kidding. Not kidding.
My Valentine, I had a rough day actually. I was getting I was getting ready for this trip. I had some pretty serious stuff going on my road trip here that kind of consumed me, and some of the things that I wanted to do, like literally, like I had to prioritize other things. I ended up seeing my Valentine fairly late in the day, but we had done some stuff on Friday and on Sunday for Valentine's, but you still want to do something extra special on the day.
Right.
Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You know what? Hey, you know what? It wasn't up to what I normally would have done.
Okay.
But luckily, I like to. I'm kind of one of the, I like doing a lot of the random things. So, I think. Like Valentine's Day is like it's one of those it's low hanging fruit.
Yep.
Right? It's you know what I mean? There's heart shaped everything everywhere. But like I was literally fighting against time and deadlines, and I had my kids. So yeah.
Okay.
So but it was it was a good end to the day because it was a rough day. Like I can't lie,
Right.
it was a rough day.
Right. I hear you. Well, I'm glad you still it ended well.
Yeah.
So there's my open and honesty. Let's hear y'all's.
Who's going next?
I literally went to work, came home,
so what
and
did you
went
do,
to bed.
Danny?
It's like
I literally went to work, came home, went to bed. That's was funny. My Valentine's Day.
You didn't talk to a boo thing or like,
Did not.
All right.
Did not. Well, we talked for like 5 minutes in the day, but we both were just like, we're not celebrating Valentine's Day, so.
Okay. Well, once y'all are on the same wavelength.
Yeah, we're on the same wavelength.
Then
here's the thing. Valentine's is like forcing people to show how much you love that person. You can do it.
Yeah, but people celebrate Christmas. Why am I not getting presents every month, every other day?
You could.
Why
you
am
could
I
get
not
a random.
But exactly.
You can get a random gift.
Exactly, but I don't. People wait to give me my Christmas presents on Christmas. I don't know. We can always have this debate about the whole Valentine thing and
very true.
But anywho, Valentine.
How about you?
My mother was my Valentine this year.
Aww.
And what did we do? We watched a movie.
Aww.
I brought her flowers.
Nice.
We ate. What did we eat? We ate shrimp and salad and corn and
okay.
It was a good time.
Nice.
I'm always spoil my mom, so and it was nice, and I got some treats.
You know what? I had a pretty
nice card, and
nice.
So that was my Valentine.
That's good.
Yes.
Go ahead, Tim.
That's sweet.
It was sweet.
With my when I was with my kids,
Oh,
I
We're losing it, Tim.
uh,
there
we
you go.
sat around and I was talking to them about Valentine's Day, and we actually watched a video on the history of Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling, and I was just, hello?
Saint Valentine? Was it about Saint Valentine?
Uh-oh. There was a bunch of Saint Valentines, but the main Saint Valentine was so there was like this emperor in Rome that uh like some of the men were defecting on the wars because they wanted to go home to their families. So he banned marriage.
Yes.
Because he thought that if you banned marriage, it would make better soldiers. But like this Valentine, this who was a priest or whatever, he was conducting secret.
Yes.
He was conducting secret weddings for the soldiers,
Right.
and for just people in general. When it was found out, he was imprisoned, and while in prison, people would send him notes and send him letters, and that the people that he married would do this. But he ended up having a love, and he wrote them, and he said, "From your Valentine." This is the story that he said in "From your Valentine," but then he was eventually executed, and then later on he was canonized, or he was sainted or whatever.
He became
a saint. He became a saint.
Here.
And then and it ended up becoming a tradition, but actually before that, February 14th, there was a pagan ritual there, and the Roman Catholic Church ended up taking just to get rid of the pagan rituals, they made Valentine's Day on February 14th just to wipe out this pagan ritual that was commonly celebrated.
And we do know that,
Catholic
faith also doesn't have the great.
So, So anyways, we're sitting down with the kids, and I was just talking to them about that, and they were with me, and I was like, "Hey, did you guys wish your mom, happy Valentine's Day?" And I was just telling them, like, they were showing a lot of the facts, and like, we watched this old one from the History Channel, it's obviously from the 90s, and it was like, other than Christmas, it's one of the biggest male days is Valentine's Day.
Yep.
And it was like $4 billion, but in like the one that the History Channel did in like 2014, that went to like $17 billion is spent for Valentine's Day.
Wouldn't be surprised.
It's crazy. So anyways, we had a conversation about it is a consumer holiday, but it is one of those days that it's just
it's okay to show just a little something extra. And it can be extra special. Over the top. You know what I mean? And that's what people need to understand. But again, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But you know what I mean? Like I said, think about my Christmas example. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I find it weird that when people vilify it, because like you said, like the whole Christmas thing, don't vilify it.
You
like
don't
if it's
say,
not your thing,
don't give me a present on Christmas. Like, why do we need to celebrate? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just again, if you and your significant other, or those who are in your lives, doesn't even have to be a significant other, or just like you guys aren't about it, that's fine. But like Tim said, don't vilify, Valentine's in general, or people who do enjoy it. You know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But this whole like hatred towards it, and I don't know, it's weird. To me it's weird, but it is what it is. Like, I don't find anything wrong with just giving someone a card or flowers on that day, like but like, look at the people.
You know what? If you think
Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and go get drunk and drink green beer. Like, for real?
Yeah, exactly. So why not show
But,
some extra
like,
love to the people you care
but
about?
think about it like this. You get it if you're in a relationship, you're in a good relationship. You know, you may not every single day is going to be extra special. There's people are super
Exactly. And
busy.
people try to make it sound like it is when they try to say, "Oh no, that's why they don't celebrate Valentine's Day."
But at the same time, then when's the last time you did? Not that it's my business, but I'm just saying rhetorically. When's the last time you did something extra special for your partner? It's low hanging fruit. You could take it and use it because you know what? You're on the grind.
The dollar store got things like everywhere. It has something. Things are on sale. Like they make it so easy for you to just,
exactly.
Things are on sale the day after Valentine's Day.
Well, you know what I mean. Like you have options though.
Yeah.
You got options. So
yeah.
But,
well, you know what? Listen, I like an extra partner. You know what I mean? I'm that dude because I like being extra.
Yeah.
And I like, you know what I mean? I like those things.
Yeah.
And it's nice as a guy. It's nice as a guy to when someone goes, because a lot of the times it doesn't happen. You know how many? Look at the Clint Coley posted the thing about like sex is the guy's gift. It's like like no, it ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, for me, like it's nice when somebody. It's nice anytime, but you know what? I don't mind it. Like, if you're going to be doing something nice, like my lady did something really super sweet for me. I ate that up. I felt super special. I felt super special, man. And I think that matters. Like, shoot.
Yeah.
I think that matters.
It does.
And not like just, I think if people only do it they'd only do it on the birthday and they only do it on Christmas and they only do it on Valentine's Day, I would say there's, listen, if it works for you, it works for you. But
it shouldn't be like that.
No, man.
At least not in my opinion, and I feel like in a lot of people's opinions, it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like that.
Because it doesn't take
exactly.
It really doesn't take a lot of. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It doesn't take a lot of effort for somebody to make somebody feel special. It really doesn't.
Especially if you know your person, or again, it doesn't have to be a significant other. Like the people around you, you know their love languages, you know things that they like. It just takes just a little bit, just to brighten someone's day. So, what about the viewers? Did you guys do anything for Valentine's Day? Is there anything you guys would like to share with us?
Or did you do what I did? Just worked and went to bed.
Yeah. Nah, man, I got my mom a little card and stuff, and I had like some balloons and stuff. Just cute stuff.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, so
that's nice.
Yep. So. They're afraid to tell us about their Valentine's Day plans.
I guess so.
We'll keep them moving.
I guess so.
Trust me, man. So they're out there, and somebody filled up their house with balloons, and they don't want to show out on anybody, so they're just being all humble and quiet. Yeah,
steak dinner.
A singer. Tim, you weren't singing at anyone's house this weekend, were you?
Danny, you could have serenaded me with some pan.
The silence.
I like. Right? Like, dang, I like music. I like pan. She could have.
Okay.
Because you
did
serenade us on the weekend, though. You're a part of that virtual event, Tunesville.
I did.
Yes. And, it was dope. You played a song from The Phantom of the Opera.
I did.
I enjoyed it. I
appreciate that.
Good.
I appreciate that.
So,
I might post it later.
You should. I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you should.
All right. Yes. I will do that.
I have a random question.
Listen.
We may have a random answer.
Any news on news on the new TNT Hall?
Nope.
Is there one yet?
Not currently.
We need a liming spot, man.
I'm working on one.
Yeah, okay. Say less. I won't even dive further. I'm gonna just let you handle that, and you let
I'm
me
meeting on
know what's
Tuesday.
up.
I will let you know.
You let me know what's up. Okay.
Super Bowl.
I do
We'll just
miss
say,
TNT though.
yeah. We'll just say Super Bowl weekend. A lot of cards were being exchanged. So
Some
All right.
networking.
networking. I got some plans. I got some plans. But
Well, keep us posted.
I will. I will. Yeah, so TNT, we're still looking. Hopefully we find something soon, but yeah,
Yeah.
things happen. It'll come. It'll come for sure.
All
Seems like
right.
no one
We're
wants to tell us what they did for Valentine's Day. So,
keeping the faith. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It's all good.
it's all right.
They're being shy tonight. No
Yeah, it's all
worries.
good. It's all good. So I don't know if you guys are planning on traveling out of Canada anytime soon, but when you come back in, you don't have to do the PCR test if you're double vaccinated. That's it. You're double vaccinated. So, what are your thoughts on that? Knowing that now all the mandates are gone, now all the PCR tests are gone. If you're positive, you can still come through, or if you're sick, what are your thoughts?
Uh,
You don't have to
uh,
quarantine. You can just come through and live your life.
just come through and live your life.
Come through and live your life.
I don't know, man. My thing is, when you're traveling outside of the country and you have to pay X amount of dollars, let's say under $200 for a PCR test to get to your destination, then
Hmm.
coming back, you got to pay like almost the same amount, depending
If
on
not
where you're
more.
going.
Yeah.
Depending on where you're going, you're basically paying for another ticket just for
Hmm.
those tests. That doesn't
Yeah.
include accommodation, you know, excursions. Not even excursions. Like, what if you're traveling because a family member passed away? You know what I mean? I
Right.
just feel like that's just added stress, added expenses, you
Hmm.
know. Um, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. In a way, I think it's the pricing. Like, I understand it, but I think it's the pricing because it doesn't matter who you are, what your bank account looks like. You got to pay. You got to pay that. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I just don't think it's fair. Um, Especially when it's something that's worldwide and it's affecting everybody. But again,
Hmm.
everybody's bank accounts don't look the same. So like, if
Exactly.
you lose a family member, like what if it's a parent? You have to go and travel outside of the country to go see them or go to a funeral, or if it is just vacation, still,
Hmm.
you
So wait a
work
minute.
hard,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm confused. So now
you're
there's
confused.
no PCR test when you come
No, I
back in.
believe no, I believe starting in March, there's no PCR
Okay, let
test.
me see what I have here. I'm gonna hold on. I pulled
Yeah.
something up here. Um, as of February 28th,
Yeah.
2022, we will be easing the on-arrival testing for fully vaccinated travelers. This means that travelers arriving to Canada from any country who qualify as fully vaccinated will be randomly selected for arrival testing. Travelers selected will no longer be required to quarantine while awaiting their test results. What else is here?
So this ain't. So this is. They're getting rid of the big money thing.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
This was
like this
posted
is.
yesterday. News release February 15th is what it says here. And this is actually on the Government of Canada website.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so this is actually a net positive then. Like if you come in, they're not
yes.
necessarily going to test you, and you won't
Right.
necessarily have to
But they
pay.
are doing random tests,
Yeah.
which
Right.
Yeah.
it's understandable. It's like doing a random search.
Well,
You could
Yeah.
be
you know what? This I would first thing I think is like thank the truckers, to be honest. But the other thing about it is it's good it does make me think about all the people that I know, like personally, that lost people and could not go,
Right.
Or couldn't afford to go
or
because
could
of that
not
extra
go,
expense.
couldn't afford to go, couldn't
Right.
Going.
risk coming back and getting stuck, not being able to work, and all
Yeah.
those things. Like
And not
it
being
just
able to
makes me
swim
think
back
about that.
in. Yep.
It makes me think about that. Like my mom lost her brother
Mhm.
to a freak accident in Grenada, and she would have at the time, like she had to. There was a whole bunch of rigmarole,
Mm-hmm.
and it just with everything going on, it wasn't really about the money. It was more just about just
The
the
hassle of
safety of it,
it.
the
Right.
hassle of it. And so, my sister went,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and kind of to represent, and then they did it. They did everything online and all that stuff. But in another time, um, my mom likely would have went.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
No, I can
other
identify with
people other people that I know, like even going to Ontario was questionable.
that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now the one thing about it is we quote unquote know more now than we did.
Mhm.
I don't
That's a part of
Kind
it.
of, sort of.
kind of
There's
sorta.
other factors, but
I'm mixed. I'm mixed on that.
Yeah.
right.
But I also think that a lot of our governments were in really difficult situations.
Yes.
Really difficult situations. Like, you know, so you lift restrictions, and then a whole bunch of people get sick and die. It's their fault.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
you have
You
restrictions.
don't want to be
Now
that
people
person
can't
in
do
the
this and
hot
that.
seat.
It's your fault. It's
Yeah. I get that. And I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
be in any of their positions. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
So, but that's what's coming.
Yeah. No mask
well,
in March, and we're open for summer in June. So
well.
Wasn't there some protest the other day with kids saying that they wanted masks to be in school? Did you guys see that or
yeah,
hear
yeah,
that?
I saw that. I was talking. I don't know if I
Yay,
told you. I
yay,
was
yay.
talking to a few teachers. Did I talk about it last week? Um, Talking to a few
Don't think
teachers,
so.
and there's still kids that are just having anxiety not having their mask.
And I totally understand that. These
Yeah.
children are gonna be so messed up. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to say that, but it's true,
It's true.
from a
Yeah.
psychological standpoint, what the last 2 years has done to kids, it's
Mhm.
sad, actually.
Yeah. This is
We're
literally
gonna
all
see
they know.
the effects of this for
Yeah,
a long time.
my daughter's 7,
Yeah.
and for all of her schooling, like COVID happened in
When
the
she was
middle of
5,
grade,
almost, yeah.
in the middle of kindergarten. She's in grade 2
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, it's
That's crazy to think. That's crazy to think.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because, like you said, that is what they know now, especially from such a tender age. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can see coming out of that would create a lot of anxiety for these
Mhm.
kids.
but
Yeah.
again, like if you know what my thing is, if people
Getting
want to wear
anxiety
their
for both.
masks, wear your
Yeah.
mask.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's what a lot of people have been saying, that they're still going to be continuing with like wearing their mask if they so choose. So,
Yeah.
I
Like
don't know.
I think I'll wear a mask in like some places,
In
Yeah.
certain
and probably
settings.
not even because of COVID, just because it's like, you know what I mean? Like when you really think about
Well,
it,
that's
man,
the
like
thing too. It is also changing our psyche in
Mhm.
a
yeah,
way
man.
too, because like sometimes I leave, like if I leave, you know, leave the house or whatever, and it's like you don't wear a mask, like it feels weird because
Yeah.
I wear like on the weekends, because at work, like, and especially, like I work in a hospital or whatever, like you have it on like majority of your day and stuff. So
Mhm.
like that's almost like the mask now is the norm at this
Yeah.
point. So it
Yeah.
feels
Yeah,
weird to not have it on, when you're leaving or you're going to certain places. So yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Greg said wearing a mask is no big deal in Asia. Why is it a big deal here? Because this is
Because
North America.
no one's ever normalized wearing a mask
Mic
before.
drop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not to this extent.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a number of reasons why they wear masks in Asia. First of all, their air pollution out there is
It's so bad.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's one thing. So, yeah. But the thing is, we're not made to be wearing these things 24/7.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, yes, in Asia and stuff, they might wear it when they go outside because of the air pollution and stuff like that. But, you know, like most people, like they might wear it on the train, but like were they wearing it in their cubby next to Joe? Probably not.
Yeah.
But
Probably
now
not.
it's
Yeah.
like have to wear it at work, you have to wear it on transit, you have to wear it at events, you have to wear it here, you have to, like, most of the times you're in these things now, and a lot of the times you don't have a choice because then you can't be there or you can't do this.
Yeah.
When like people who are wearing it like in Asia, like pre-COVID, they could take it off whenever they wanted to. Now depend like
It's the mandate. It's the mandate part.
Exactly. That's the difference.
Mhm.
Japan has no air.
And I understand why they made the
you
mandates.
said Asia initially, Greg. You didn't say Japan. You said Asia, so I kind of just generalized. But yeah.
Go ahead, Vince.
No, I'm just saying I understand why it's mandated, but do you know what I mean? Like again, like I've said before, most places that have universal health care had some of the strictest mandates.
Mhm.
You know, just and like, but to me, a lot of the social distancing stuff was I think that was some of the ridiculous parts.
Yeah.
I thought that was because at the end of the day, it's really the mask is going to do most of the work,
Mhm.
you know. But now, like, walk on this side, and like you should see. For me to get to my office, I got the arrows are saying to walk like all the way around. I'm like, yo, man, don't come in, don't go on, don't go like you're in the mall. Don't go in this side. Go on that side. Like, come on.
Yeah. That's what I found ridiculous.
Well, in healthcare settings, you got to wear not only the mask, you're also wearing shields and goggles and stuff. So, yeah. That's my everyday.
That's mainly because like if you're there, the people that are also there aren't healthy. But now with this whole thing,
and it's like because of the environment that I am, which is the cancer hospital, a lot of the people there are immunocompromised, which is another reason
100%
as well. So, yeah. Yep. Greg said people need to stop getting privilege confused with freedom.
I agree with that.
He has a point.
Yeah.
He definitely has a point.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You see, you know what it is? It's a thing. There's certain groups that don't know what it's like to be clumped in together with other people. Like with just, hey, you got to do this like everybody else. It's like, what the heck? I shouldn't have to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I remember. I'll never forget one time. I was working at an engineering company, and I'm young and I'm kind of newish there, and I said to this one lady, was like, I can't access this folder. I'm like, you don't have the privilege or the rights to get into that folder. Excuse me? Here I am. I'm using the terminology used for how we administer access to the to folders and a file system. That lady took that so personally, and as I never forgot it. I never forgot it, and as I got a little older, I was like, man, imagine this, like this young black guy is telling her she doesn't have the right to do something. Was probably the biggest like, oh my god moment of her life.
Yeah.
You know what a privilege or the rights again? and I was just using like just IT lingo. It was so funny. Like one of the partners of the company literally had to calm this woman down.
Wow. She was that upset?
Well, she was well and
As you
upset.
used to say when we were kids, you press the
Excuse
button.
me?
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Well, on that
And
note,
it's the same, and that's the same thing with these people telling, "Excuse, what do you mean? I can't just." Do you remember all
not
the
aware of
people with
that.
Remember all the people with them getting arrested when they were bringing their kids to the park when the parks were supposed to be closed?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't know,
this is
man.
my
It's been a
park.
wild ride. That's all I gotta say. And we ain't in the clear yet. That's all I
And
gotta
then some.
say.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride.
Oh my goodness. Well,
We're
on
here,
that
we're
note,
alive, and we're thankful.
amen. And on that note, we've hit our hour. So I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Make sure you share the live. We're on again next week. We're gonna have great topics. If you have anything for us to talk about, let us know. Go to our YouTube page, subscribe, subscribe, share, like those YouTubers say. And enjoy the rest of your week.
It helps our algorithms greatly.
It does.
Yes. Don't be
It does.
shy. If you want to go
I was
see like an
teasing, but that's what
episode
they
that
say.
That's what they
exactly,
say.
that's exactly what they say. That's why I went with the flow. But yeah, go check out some videos you might have missed, some past episodes, and drop some comments, drop some likes.
Yeah. Ding ding ding. Do this button.
Well, on this ride, I can say I made it to Calgary safely.
We're happy to hear
We're
that.
happy you made it.
I am happy.
I heard
Drive
Calgary got a
safely.
good dump of snow. Does it look like a lot of snow over there?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't really look like that. There's fresh snow, but at least on the highways, there's enough traffic on it that it didn't bother anything. But
Okay,
yeah,
that's
they
good.
do have fresh. They do have a coat of fresh snow on things.
Oh, fun. Hey, Tim,
It
don't
won't
bring that
bother
here,
me. I'm
please.
finding a hotel just now.
Don't bring the snow over here.
You get
Leave it
some
in Calgary.
rest and drive safely.
I'm not taking responsible for anything.
All right.
Anyhow, y'all.
Well, yeah. Have a good night. I'm glad you got to Calgary safe. Everyone else, enjoy the rest of your week, your weekend, and see you
Take
next
care.
Wednesday.
Be safe.
Have a good night.